There's so many questions that are coming to mind, and I know that you're a student there and you're middle of the storm. But instead of asking a question, I'm just going to share a thought. Whoever's watching this, I heard, about a month ago, we had Louis Jolicoeur on this podcast, and the Translation Bureau is basically providing the funds to start a brand new program in Quebec City. I love it. Great. It's right next to my place. But at the same time, how can you have a high demand for interpretation? Ottawa is in crisis right now because they need some interpreters, and then the university is telling you that they're cutting the funds and don't provide you the instructions and the course, the program that you guys were promised, deserve, and because of a lack of fund. I mean, something's not right here.
Something's not right, indeed.
Um,
I don't know if I'm not sure the higher ups understand the importance of the in-person component. They think that we can just learn this all online. And Brian, I really
I see.
like your analogy with the carpenter. It's like trying to teach a carpenter, the job online. It's like you need to be
Without the
doing
tools, yeah.
without the tools. You need to be doing some of the work in person. And I don't think that, I'm not sure that they truly understand the importance of the in-person instruction. And again, to that I would say everyone else is doing it online. Why would we not online, in person? So why would our program be any different? We're already like, I feel like our program is really unique and has adapted to the times in the sense that a lot of it is online, but there comes a point where you need to be in person and you need to be learning some of these skills in person, and that's what's unfortunate.
And
Well, on top of, I mean, the thing is, if next year 2 students are told beforehand that it's all going to be online, people will know beforehand before enrolling.
yeah, at least
Right.
they
They'll
have a
know what
choice
they're
to make.
getting
Yeah.
themselves into. What I
Yes.
have a problem with is getting something promised that you don't. I mean, it's like I go to a restaurant and I ask for a soup and they gave me a salad. I
Yeah,
didn't ask for
totally.
I didn't ask for a salad. I wanted a soup. I want my soup. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then you're paying for you're you're not even paying for what
you
you
ordered.
were promised.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more like if you ordered a steak and they gave you a soup. You
Thank you.
know,
That's a much better. Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I
Because
should
it's
edit
like
that.
no, no, but like because it's more than just two small things. It's like we were
Right.
expecting the big deal, and now
You're right.
we're we're going. And I mean, I can, again, the quality of my instructors in person is amazing and I'm very lucky, but that's not everyone's experience because there's different language combinations. So I'm probably still getting a steak, but not everyone is.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, it might be like the difference in cuts and steak, I guess. You
There
guys
you go.
you're getting the
We'll
filet
go from
mignon.
sports analogy to restaurant to food analogy.
Well, we'll move to wine later. Don't worry.
Yes.
At this point, maybe it'll be shots.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? But you know what? I'd be curious too. Like if anyone from Ottawa U, because that's the only other place I believe that there's a Masters of Interpretation. If anyone is
In
listening,
Canada.
in Canada, yes. If anyone is listening, that please reach out to us because we would love to hear what that take is. Because we've heard from Louis Jolicoeur, we've heard from Glendon. It would be interesting to know what Ottawa U students feel about this whole thing because I'm assuming they're even more in tune as to what's happening because Parliament Hill is just down the corner from Ottawa U. So they've have probably heard about all of the shortage of interpreters that exists on Parliament Hill. And I forget who I was talking to where they were like, oh, like, that there's such a huge shortage of interpreters that if there's a bill that it wants to be presented and there's no interpreters available because there just aren't enough, then everything stops. You can't go through with passing
Yeah,
laws or
that's what Louis was telling us on the other podcast the other week.
it was Louis Jolicoeur, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Louis Jolicoeur
Yeah.
who said that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything's at a standstill. So our entire government is at a standstill because there are no interpreters. So I don't know. I guess the general public, there's no reason for them to even know this, but I guess we're informing them now that if there aren't enough interpreters to do all of the jobs that are required outside of the like in the public, then we're screwed as a country in a way.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, there's a law. It's we're two official languages in Canada, and the Parliament can't function if there are no interpreters in the Parliament or not
Yeah,
enough.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
And that's
already
what.
hard enough as myself. I do a lot of work in the private sector. It's already hard enough to find enough interpreters in the private sector. So If some of the ones and a lot of the ones in the private sector don't really want to work for the federal government or for the provincial government. So yeah, there's a huge issue here, and I'm shocked that funding would be cut for something that is so important in our country.
Yes. And you need I don't know exactly how you get to the process for getting into parliament, but you need people that are really adequately trained, right? So why not contribute, or why not keep the program going how it is to make sure that everybody's getting the well-rounded training that Glendon's offering now, or was
Hmm.
offering up until last year.